Deft with a good spell shield as Meiko's going to roll in, look for the hook, plays him back there. GODV's forced to flash, does flash the hook. Very well played. Another teleport's coming in as Acorn wants to try and make it happen. Pawn desperately wants the early kill. He flashes in for it, eats a turret hit, and the first blood goes to Thresh, but Orianna gets the kill onto Kassadin as TBQ come through as well. Double knock up there. PYL's also here. Meiko going to get hooked up by PYL. Triple play, but it's not enough. And a 2-for-1 trade for LGD.
clearlove's looking for a wraparound game.
Yeah, this is very aggressive as TBQ and PYL are back, but Meiko's joining in again. clearlove this time going to get the jump as the flame moves in, and TBQ now, the one that's a little too low. Someone looks for the kill, but no range there as PYL has to get peeled off by Meiko, who takes a good chunk of damage, and clearlove, I don't know how he lived, but he did.
Some squads of EDG.
And TBQ's here again. PYL, speaking of roam squads, still back on the Nautilus. Level 3 as the ulti does hit Pawn. No Riftwalk, can't get away. Dredgeline lands beautifully there under Pawn. He turns around, he knows he's dead, and will go down as Orianna gets the kill. They've spotted out the dragon here. Acorn's level 6, so TBQ's pretty healthy. GODV, no shockwave, it's probably not that bad, and Dragon should go over with the man advantage to LGD.
Yeah, with 5 members, no reason for Koro to teleport down, just because it will be an uneven trade that LGD would probably look to win at this point. So the first Dragon goes down to LGD.
In this situation, feels fairly comfortable as Imp going in aggressive. Never mind, Deft very uncomfortable now. Has to flash and ulti out as Meiko. Just going to get a bit of extra harass.
It's just the popularity of Kassadin in this meta, but up top.
clearlove actually ulti onto Acorn. Pawn's up here as well. Koro trying to find a way in, and Pawn really needs a kill onto Acorn, who does flash over. Pawn will follow. Koro will as well. And Pawn does claim the kill. Koro ultimate onto TBQ. He might be the next to fall. clearlove lining up as Koro takes up the turret. Knockup comes through on Borrow. Not enough. And Koro gets the next kill.
Excellent roam coming from EDG. This is what we saw in that Sheen game we discussed. GODV goes for the walk, flashes.
Yeah, tried to flash over the wall. Wanted a shockwave. Saw a big play.
2,500 gold sitting on him. That makes things
PYL
difficult.
does get the first initiation. clearlove going to take a little too much damage. Ulti's away, but the shockwave pulls them back in. Imp comes in for good damage, and Acorn, he's teleported down to the bottom side. Koro is flanking, but he doesn't have any rage at all. And right now with those 2 kills, it'll be a 3v5.
Things certainly went better than expected from LGD, using that 80 burst damage coming through from him to register the first kill, and then GODV's shockwave was on point.
Pawn.
2 members still looking.
Pawn wants to do this. They're actually going in, apparently. Rek'Sai gets the dragon. PYL grabs onto Koro. Deft around the side. Has to dodge the depth shot. But Pawn, he's gone in massive. He's killed PYL. Flashes out of the way. And it's an awkward trade as TBQ almost dies. And Imp now has to run away. He's in trouble now. Koro coming in. Koro, can he line up the Mega now? He's going into the form. He doesn't have his ulti or flash, sorry. And he goes back in. Acorn gets low. But a kill there for GODV. Koro goes down. Deft will follow, and a massive trade there as Ori gets a double. And they're playing defensively. They're going to let this turret go. Koro will do what he can as actually Meiko gets grabbed by PYL. clearlove in as well, but that's a dead Thresh there. And now PYL going to get aggressive on them. They don't have quite enough damage. It's 2v3. Koro needs to be in Mega enough. Imp going in. He tosses them back, but Deft's here as well. Flashes over the wall. Takes out Imp, but the trade kill happens. And Acorn, now the next one. It's 2v2 already. GODV's rotated in. Deft used his spell shield early, but that might cost him. Has to kill the Orianna, but can't do it at all. Koro, the last one left, should go down in the 1v2. He's trying to make a fight out of it, but Orianna will know. It's Acorn that gets the kill. 4 to LGD and EDG. They put so much stuff in this basket. They have to find out. clearlove looking for it. The hook onto Imp. That's crucial. Pawn dives in over the top as Koro gets the kill. GODV's dead as well to clearlove. Now PYL going to fall as TBQ could be the next threat. They get a kill. Yes, Meiko does go down, but the ult finally used for Sejuani as that's a clean ace for EDG.
The sweetest hook of all time actually fell down, so not quite a clean ace, but Meiko made it all happen.
Advantage off of this Baron that they'll happily take the trade.
That should just never have happened. The first 2 people dying are Imp and GODV, just caught with their pants down after the amazing initiate.
All playoffs, they've pretty much played the pants off every other team they've had to play so far, as Meiko entertaining a steal, but hooks PYL instead. The third dragon will go to LGD, even though Orianna is the one to smite it away in a matter of speaking.
It's pretty low.
Look at Deft positioning. He's so confident that nobody's going to challenge him. Even Pawn going in forward. They're onto TBQ. They might find Acorn as the pick, weirdly enough, but they're going to go in. Massive 3-man ult from Sejuani. Koro goes in as well. Imp still alive there, but GODV getting chunked out. A good shockwave there defensively, but Pawn gets the first kill. Goes in and Zondi's aggressively, but can't quite finish it. position. Deft, though, trying to do the damage, is forced to flash away. TBQ will fall, and it was messy, but it's a 2-for-2 win for EDG.
But a crazy, insane fight, and the fact that they still have Baron buff duration means they're going to break the base.
Base well and truly broken. Topping him, looking to fall down as well. Might be a step too far for EDG. PYL gets onto meiko. They're going to dive back in. Koro goes in the flay there for meiko. Koro trying to escape, but he'll go down as well. Deft snipes in for some good damage, but he has to back off. By the way, dead here is clearlove almost sniped him. Good crying of his TBQ. Gonna try and dive back in. Good knockup there coming through, but TBQ taking too much damage. Deft and Pawn will kite back away. Koro zone them all out as Gnar, ulting them back, but EDG don't have many options left here. No ultimate here is Pawn. He's looking for a flank. Can he find it? EDG might be a step too far as LGD really want to fight them. TBQ going in aggressive. Koro's gonna go down in mini now form. Deft forced the depth charge. The ulti just lasts on the spell shield, but TBQ's low on Pawn. He wants a snipe, but he will not find it.
TBQ gets hooked.
I mean, he uses damage as well, remember? You can just dive in there and use it on yourself as meiko. He's dead there. Good hook there from PYL.
Means that LGD are happy to fight around this objective because at worst they pick it up and at best they get multiple.
Dragon's dead. EDG have to fight clearlove. Going in for the steal, but doesn't get it. Koro, massive ulti. Gnar goes in as well, and Imp somehow dodged it. The good shockwave comes through, but GODV's dead. Need to jump onto Imp. He's too aggressive. Deft, though, getting low there, and there's too much damage from LGD. Pawn, though, ripping through people on the Kassadin. Deft somehow lives. That's 2 dead already. No one left from EDG, and this time it's the clean ace.
These fights are incredible. clearlove keeps lining up multiple members, including the Orianna, with that Glacial Prison, and then the Gnar ultimates from Koro. 18-1 now in his career, but man, is he good.
Might make it 19 with this game as well. EDG gonna re-break the base of LGD, and they might just go for the win here. 10 seconds left on Orianna. Inhibitor goes down. It might be a bit of an overreach here, and they think so too. They'll back away. Aggressive with his positioning, looking for a flank onto him. Level 16 Kassadin with 3.5 items, though. I can understand why it's clearlove going again. Gonna nail him there with the ulti. Gets GODV as well, and then it's gonna dive straight in. Deft kiting back as Acorn dives in on top of him, but Pawn right into the backlines. Massive damage onto GODV. Gets the ulti, but it's defensive. Deft flashes the wall to kill him. Assassinates Imp as well. Goes in for the next one as PYL's dead. TBQ will fall. Acorn will join them, and EDG another clean fight. 10-0 in team fights.
clearlove is a god of positioning, getting these ultimates onto GODV 3 times in a row. He had to flash away from a hook from meiko, and this is going to be the game. And EDG, execution-heavy comps seem pretty damn easy when you've got people like clearlove and meiko on the team.
And I'll say LGD strategically outplaying EDG for the majority of this series, but do not discount EDG's team fighting. When it gets to late game, much like their 2014 brethren, this team is destructive. The Nexus will fall down, and EDG find themselves 2-1 up in the series.
Something to be said about side minion wave control, but there's another thing to be said about just blind aggression and trust in your teammates. The fact that Deft once again flashes aggressively into a team, repositions himself away from the enemy front line, and fights with his front line, which is what he needed to do as Sivir in general, but with the face of the mountain especially.